Hey everybody, welcome to the JLash Show. My name is Jackson Lasher and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 45 of the JLash Show. So I hope everyone is having a good summer. I'm having a good summer making some episodes, editing episodes, and making some plans for the upcoming school year to make this next school year fun with interviews and all of that. So let's get into the real episode. So let's go on to the 76ers. LeBron James has signed with the Philadelphia 76ers for 2 years, which is absolutely amazing. Even at 41 years old, I'm still very hype about it. You know why I'm very hype about it? Because I think he's going to bring some veteran experience to the team that we desperately need besides having Joel Embiid, and that's really all the veterans that we have on the team. But I still remember having the old lineup with Ben Simmons, Furkan Korkmaz, Markelle Fultz, JJ Redick, Joel Embiid at the very start of that. Wow, I mean, times have really changed, but I think they changed for the better because I think we have a better lineup now than we did way back when we had the that lineup. Which lineup do you guys think is better? I think it's now lineup because we got VJ Edgecombe. We got, well, it would have been better if we had Jared McCain, but I can't believe we let him walk. I think we got Dean Wade. We got Dean Wade. We got some very good guys on the bench. Jaylen Brown. He's not on the bench, but he's a good starter. We have Kentavious, Caldwell-Pope that we will get to in a minute here. But the LeBron James signing is probably the most shocking, and that's what we were waiting for the entire time because what we need on this team is championship experience. And LeBron is a 4-time NBA champion on Cleveland, LA. Well, he was on Cleveland, LA, Miami, and he's won 4 championships on there. He also has the elite playmaking that we have even in late his career in his lower 40s, upper 30s. He's still one of the best passers in the NBA. So he can create an easier scoring opportunity for Embiid in the post. So when Embiid's kind of cornered up in there, he can pass it to LeBron, unlike Ben Simmons who passed it to Matisse Thybulle. When that happened, that was a whole little ordeal right there, which is not really good. But I think that we are definitely changing for the better, which is what I definitely like to see. Also, I mean, I know LeBron may be washed in the next few years, but he is still going at it. Even though he has a son, this is generational right here. He has a son in the NBA, well, mainly in the G League, but he still got drafted by the LA Lakers, which is absolutely amazing. Imagine us having Bronny James on the 76ers. That would have been that pretty much would have been equivalent to a Mac McClung. He really wouldn't have played much, but I mean, I definitely would have considered having him on the on the Philadelphia 76ers. Another good thing for LeBron is that it's less pressure on Embiid to kind of get in the post. That's good that we have a power forward because we were definitely depleted at the power forward position. So with LeBron being a superstar, another one on the floor, Embiid won't really have to carry the offense in every possession. That's going to be a lot of pressure because he was definitely the key to the offense. Also with Tyrese Maxey, that's going to take a lot of pressure off of a lot of players actually. But it's going to be good for Maxey to kind of learn. It's going to be good for VJ to learn. It's going to be good for all of those guys to learn. Another good thing that LeBron is taking to Philly is that he has improved transition offense because he still excels at pushing the pace. The Sixers should be one of the league's most dangerous teams. I'm telling you right now, they really should. They're going for a go now mindset. So they need to win it within the next 1 or 2 years while LeBron's in Philly to try and win a chip. And the good thing is LeBron has won a championship on every team he has been on. He's 3 for 3 for NBA championships right now, which is definitely what I love to hear because he's going on to his 4th team. So that means he could be bringing a NBA championship to the Philadelphia 76ers this year or next year, which is going to be absolutely amazing. But our title odds have definitely went upwards. They're going up. So we just hope that none of our players get injured. Embiid's, when he's healthy, he's a very elite center. But that's the thing. We kind of need another backup center just in case he gets hurt, we don't want to have like a little in the lineup. So that's what I'm a little worried about. Is he getting injured? But it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, it's a good veteran value on a team-friendly contract, and he signed 2 years, which is absolutely amazing. But he signed $8 million, which that's the biggest pay cut in NBA history. He went from making around like $52 million, I think it was, to $8 million, which is absolutely amazing. Which shows that he's not after the money anymore. That shows that he is after it to win a championship again before he retires. And he has mentioned before that this is his last team, the 76ers, that he is going to be on his entire career. He's not going back to Cleveland. He's not going back to Miami. He's not going back to the Lakers. So that shows that the Sixers are kind of under pressure here to kind of win a championship in the next 2 years. So he's not going to really be going anywhere else. But a little bit of a big factor here is that he is going to be commuting from New York City, which is a little suspicious. Why is he living in New York City when he signed with Philadelphia, to a helicopter? And helicopters aren't really good experiences. So he just needs to stay safe. But big question is, why is he living in New York City when he signed with Philly? Like, does he want to be associated with the Knicks or the Nets somehow? I mean, it's a little bit suspicious to me. I guess we'll see how he does. Well, I mean, no one can really say if he's going to do great or not. I think he is, honestly. And I've seen Sixers fans, Sixers players alike, going crazy on how we have LeBron James on the 76ers, which we never thought that was ever going to happen. We all thought. I mean, we tried pursuing him a little bit ago, and then we just kind of let off. But when he narrowed us down to the Heat, Sixers, and I think it was Warriors, I thought he was going to go back to the Heat or like Cleveland, for example, to bring him to end a storybook ending. But that's crazy that he is back in back in Philadelphia. Well, he never played for Philly, but he's there, so that's amazing. That's really shocking to me that he chose Philly out of everyone here. So Philly is one of the best sports. I mean, they're much one of the best sports cities around. At the very most, you're not going to really find anyone better who does it better, who plays better, who is a better supporter of the teams. Like, you're not going to find anyone better. And if you do, tell me, because you ain't. Because the Philadelphia Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, they are the best teams. The Eagles are, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to that in the next segment of the JLash Show coming up. But let's talk about some more basketball news with some Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We signed him to a contract. He was bought out by the Grizzlies, which then the Sixers signed him. So Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he has a championship under Denver. So he was on Denver. So he has some elite perimeter defense. Sorry, but he has built his reputation around one of the NBA's better wing defenders. So he is a better wing defender, which is definitely what we need. He's also a reliable 3-point shooter, which we also desperately need alongside Maxey, Brown, all those players, because his numbers did dip a little last season, but he has been a career floor spacer. So he has done very well, but he does have a championship experience. That's also one of the things that he is good with. He has one championship with Denver, one championship in Lakers 2020 and 2023. But he has enough playoff value experience since we weren't able to be pushing it back with the Eastern Conference semifinal. So that's what we need. But he also has some good chemistry with LeBron, and he knows how to play. Kentavious already knows how to play next to LeBron James, so that's also very good. So he's got some really good experience. But he did, and the final thing is that he has strong depth on the wing. That's very good because he gives Philadelphia another a dependable two-way wing. So that allows the coaching staff to manage his minutes and match up better against teams with elite scores. So that's very good news for them. I can't say anything better. Trust me. I'm seriously looking forward to this team. So um, man, this is gonna be we're gonna be the next super team in the NBA. Trust me. I'm so hyped for it. So yeah, I mean, with all that going on, it's time to take a break, listen to the weather report, and then let's get to the guest opinions, and then talk about the Phillies and Eagles coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome to the JLash Show. Weather Center. I'm Ichi Mitaraja Jackson Lasher, here for your daily weather report for JLash Show Season 2, Episode 45. So it is supposed to be very beautiful today, better than it was yesterday. Some fluffy clouds in the sky. It's supposed to be in the mid-80s today. Sun is out in full force, and there's a high pressure coming towards us. The low pressure that hit us yesterday is slowly moving northeast out of the U.S. and out of the country. So yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful, and hopefully it's all good and not really too warm here. As of right now, as I'm speaking, it is very humid. That is going to be going down in a few days. Hopefully, that is what we can all hope. It's just very humid out here, and that's what I don't want. That's what I don't want for everyone to experience. But overall, it's supposed to be a really good week. Some rain showers, maybe some thunderstorms this week, but not really too terrible. So yes, that's about it. Now sending you back to the JLash Show anchor desk with the guest for today. Enjoy. What's up, Maddie? How are we doing today?
Doing good. We're doing good.
Awesome. How do you feel about the LeBron James signing? The 76ers are signing LeBron James.
Yeah, I have mixed thoughts about that.
What about it? I think it's. Do you think it's good?
I have mixed thoughts. On the good part, you got LeBron James. Their ticket sales are going to go up. It's probably the biggest signing of the offseason.
Oh yeah, huge signing.
On the bad side, you now have have a culture war, and you have a injury problem.
Yeah, he's definitely injury prone because he's older, 41 years old.
Now with the culture war, you have four guys in Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, and LeBron, and
yeah.
Embiid. You put them in that conversation, who are all going to want the starting five is all going to want to bring the ball up the court. The problem is who is going to do it,
And
and so and
that's
so you're dealing with a situation where LeBron, who is on a slightly above average contract,
yeah,
2 years,
it's
$8 million,
yeah,
basically the minimum wage.
he took a huge pay cut from what I saw. It's like the most pay cut in NFL history or NBA history.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out in the long run. I heard he is not living in the Philadelphia area. He is living in
He's New
he's
York
living
City
in
for
New
whatever
York
reason.
City.
I don't know why he
So,
would choose to live in New York City when he is already in a good city as is.
yeah, crime is bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think my thoughts for the good part of LeBron is that he's won championships on all the teams he's been on. So he has championship experience. He does still have elite playmaking even though he's 41 years old. He's still very good on that end. It definitely takes the pressure off Embiid because that way Embiid doesn't like have to do all of it himself. He's got a power forward to kind of help him. Again, the paint is all we know. LeBron James is very good in the paint, but also it's his So that's good. That's definitely the good parts of LeBron. It has veteran value on a team for veteran value on a team that's mostly young.
I'd say our starting five is veteran. You don't. What are you going to do with Edgecombe is the question. Are you going to put him at six man, or are you going to put him in the two? Because there was talks that Jalen Brown would run the team. He would basically lead the offense up the court and
Yeah,
produce.
he's no LeBron.
But
No,
now
or
you
yeah,
insert LeBron into that lineup, and you're thinking to yourself, what is the expectation for the Sixers? Is it to win the NBA championship, or is it to make it out of the second round for the first time since '02?
definitely make it out of the Eastern Conference semifinals. I'm tired of them seeing lose. I'm tired of them seeing them lose in there every single time.
Yeah. The problem is they have good enough teams. They just once the playoffs come around,
It's
one
just
of the big three are injured, which we saw with Embiid and Maxey. They were hurt for a good chunk of that
you know
playoffs.
the yeah that
They
the
miraculously beat Boston, and beating Boston, I
and
think, just
yeah
gave them too much of an ego, and they
y-
got
I don't know
pummeled by
they got
the Knicks.
way too ahead of themselves beating. I mean the Knicks are definitely they were definitely monsters of the East. I mean having Carl Anthony Towns, all the Jalen Brunson, they can all shoot. They were just shooting. I mean we obviously we had some experience, but we didn't have Maxi. Maxi has a little bit of playoff experience. I wouldn't say VJ has too much playoff experience. So now we finally have a dude that has playoff experience in the 76ers, which is LeBron James and Jalen Brown.
I think they all have playoff
But,
experience. They've been to the playoffs like 3 of the last 4 years.
no,
I mean,
oh yeah, I mean
besides from
Maxi and
the
Bede, yeah, I mean
besides from the year that yeah. Besides from the year that they got Edgecombe, which was a disaster of a year that should have lost Nick Nurse's job.
yeah,
It
and
was I mean, they fired Doc Rivers for not making it out of the second round. Like
for but
what
can,
what
can
more can you do? Doc
no
Rivers is
can, no my question is, can you blame Doc Rivers if you have Daryl Morey who just won't make any he won't make any moves? Now that they kicked him out, we're starting to make moves that we needed to make a long time ago.
well, the problem with Doc Rivers is his system was too slow.
It's no, he was a good coach way back when he coached like the Celtics and everything. But the thing is, I mean, yes, he had a lot of wins. That means you're old. One, I mean, he had over 1,000 wins. But on the Celtics, you had like 3 Hall of Famers that he coached. So, I mean, can you say it was because of Doc Rivers, or was it because of the 3 Hall of
I can
Famers that got
definitely
him
say
to
it
it?
was. I can definitely say it was because of Doc. It was a little bit of both. Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey takes the blunt of the brain because that is basically the 76ers scapegoat.
Yeah,
And that's what the fans think.
he
I
was
think
he was.
in the end you're paying Embiid what 50 million a year.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot for how much he does get injured.
It's like, and you got, in the other hand, you got LeBron, who, no offense to LeBron, he's the greatest of all time,
Yeah,
but he's gonna play 30 games.
he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna get injured somewhere in the
Not gonna,
Sixers
and
run here.
most of his most of his off time is not going to be because of injury. He's not gonna participate in the West Coast. He's not gonna maybe for a Lakers game he'll participate, but then he's gonna fly back in his newly acquired helicopter back to New York.
Yeah, that's insane. I don't know why he's living in New York City when when he has perfectly good like apartments in Philadelphia. Like you could just purchase one of those. I feel like that would be better for him.
Well, anyway, here's what I think LeBron's going to do.
Yeah,
LeBron's going to play all four against the. He's going to play all four against the Heat, all four against the Knicks, all four against the Celtics. He's going to play one of the Lakers games, one of the Nuggets games,
and then
one of the Spurs games. He's
he's
gonna. He's definitely not going to complete most series
no, he's not. He's probably
because
not. He's
expectation for any team that LeBron is on is that they make the playoffs.
yeah. I
You'd put him
mean,
on the bad news Bears, and he'd probably make the playoffs.
yeah. I mean, if the most crucial part is when we're gonna need him. We're gonna need him during the playoffs. So we got to keep him healthy during the regular season. I mean, I'm not saying that he's a terrible person and all, but we just got to keep him healthy during the regular season, so that way we can use him most during the postseason when he's pretty good.
So he's going to play through November, take 2 weeks off in December, come back for, I would think, a Christmas Day game. Then he'd play through February, take at least a chunk of March off, and then once it comes playoff time,
He'll kind of make an
he'll put the
emergence.
hammer down. With Embiid, if he gets injured, he gets injured. I
Um,
like Andre Drummond as a replacement,
I would, yeah.
and because Philadelphia sports is
It's
about heart and
wacky.
hustle. If you have if you have heart and hustle, and you
Yeah,
have that dog in you,
yeah,
you win over most of Philadelphia sports fans.
yeah. Um, so, um, anything else you have to say about LeBron James?
I mean, look, at the end of the day, he's the best player, but
Yeah, no, he's no, he's
but
he's
it's
solid
all
when it
about
comes to offense.
it's all about how the team gels. I have a feeling that the first couple games of the year aren't going to be the best for the 76ers because they have to figure out who's going to take the ball up, how are they going to run the offense.
Yeah,
I mean, I think right now, if you take that starting five, their biggest thing they have in common is they can shoot the ball pretty well from basically anywhere around the court.
yeah. I can. No, Maxi's a
So,
pretty. He's lethal. Maxi's lethal.
and so, do you want to play perimeter centric or do you want to play 4 in, 1 out? Like it's all about the design that Nick Nurse has to his offense.
Yeah, I feel like I mean I'm not that's a good question. I feel like since we have Embiid and LeBron and Jalen Brown, I feel like we could do something interior, but I feel like since we might be able to do like we have lethal shooters with like Maxi, Edgecombe, and maybe even LeBron too with Brown, you can do some exterior stuff and they can shoot.
Don't forget Edgecombe can slam it down too.
Oh yeah, he's no, he's. I almost forgot it. He can slam that down. He can slam the ball down.
Yeah.
With what do you think about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope coming to the 76ers?
He's gonna be there for a roster spot, get traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he's gonna. No, I don't see him. I don't see him staying. I mean, he does have two championships with not LeBron. Well, he has one championship with LeBron in 2023, but he has a championship in 2020 with Denver. But question is, did he really work hard or did he just get a free ring out of it?
Well, he had been a predominant six man
But
for I don't know what his role is going to be in this offense. So,
yeah, I mean he has some championship experience too, but he's been mainly a bench player in my opinion. Like he's not really awesome, but he does have some elite perimeter defense and reliable 3-point shooting, which is definitely what we need.
well, here's with KCP. He is going to be, I think, for the first half of the year, LeBron's backup,
Yeah,
where you can play him with the 3 or the 4, or if you want to move Jalen Brown to the 4, you can just put
yeah.
KCP at the 3.
I mean, yeah, I definitely would like to get him some. Definitely would like to get him some playing time. Just because we have him, I don't want to waste the opportunity that we have him. You know.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, I mean, but he does have the championship experience. He has chemistry with LeBron. They can communicate very well with each other. But that gives the Sixers a strong depth on the wing with a low
Well,
risk contract. They don't have a really high contract with him.
championship experience doesn't mean SH,
Yeah,
doesn't mean your rear end
yeah.
without actually making the playoffs.
No, you're right. I can see that. It's
So
just
until they show that they can be a legit contender, which the way I have it, to be honest with you, I have the Sixers as the 4th seed
Sixers as a
in the
four
East.
seed. Oh, so
Yes, I
who would
have
be
it
the
Knicks.
first? Who would be the
I
first
have it.
three?
I have it Knicks. Um,
Knicks,
I have it.
Celtics.
No. I have it Knicks, Magic, and Detroit.
No Boston.
I think Boston will be 5.
Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean,
Milwaukee will be 6. Atlanta will be 7.
I mean
Miami will be
that's
8. Cleveland will
that's
be 9. Chicago will be 10. And that'll round out the Eastern Conference.
that's that's
And then I think the Western Conference, that'll be a doozy. I think it'll be OKC, Minnesota, Denver, San Antonio, um, Phoenix. I think they take a big step.
you know they
Dallas.
yeah they'll take a huge step. I definitely see OKC being one. OKC's becoming a super team in the West with Shea and everyone.
With Shea and the referees.
No, yeah, the refs are gonna be on their side too. It's gonna be like the Chiefs and the refs. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a hornet's nest in the West.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
in the East, you expect those certain teams to make the playoffs. It's just a matter of will they make the playoffs?
Yes, it's definitely going to be a big competition there.
So,
All right. So, how do you feel about the Eagles being 17 days away from their being 17 days away from their first preseason game?
well, Jalen Carter got
Extended
paid
4 years, which is amazing.
4 years, 152 million.
Yeah, that's amazing. I feel like I feel like we do you think we hit home on that one? I think we did with the defense.
I think you're gonna want that cap space back.
Yeah. I feel like you're
I
right. I
think
feel like they
with the departure of AJ Brown, Devonta Smith has to step up.
Yeah, that's I mean,
Um,
I feel like losing AJ Brown was okay. I wouldn't say that's a big loss. I feel like that he wouldn't like really do well for the Eagles because he would have definitely wanted to leave anyway, so he would have played sloppy if he wanted to leave.
well, he did want to leave. He wanted to leave back in week 10.
Yeah, they should have just awarded it to him.
Although I think the Eagles, they obviously, I think at least will make the playoffs.
No,
It's going to
they're
be tight for who. It's going to be tight for who wins the division.
oh, it's yeah, I I definitely see this Eagles still making the playoffs.
I see it. Well, here's how I see it. I see it. Los Angeles Rams, 1 seed. Green Bay, 2 seed. Um, Eagles, 3 seed. And Falcons, 4 seed.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw some bias out there to the Falcons. And then for the wild cards, I got Seattle. I got Seattle, San Fran, and Chicago.
Yeah.
So
I no, that's valid. That's valid. Um, what do you think is going to be the hardest games for the Eagles? I feel like that the hardest game may be I feel like the hardest game may be San Fran at San Fran because it's going to be one of the toughest road environments in football. Eagles being number one, I feel like San Fran could be number two. Um, but the
yeah,
49ers are definitely always physical and have elite talent on both sides of the ball. So that's going to be a little bit tough for us because, especially in the wild card, when we lost against them, I believe it was 21-19. It was Jake
yeah,
Elliott that just kept missing every field goal that was mainly possible.
it wasn't Jake Elliott's fault that game. That was the offensive coordinator's fault.
Yeah, I'm glad he's gone.
He's gone, replaced with a
Sean Mannion.
yes.
No, I'm glad that we got Sean Mannion. He's pretty good. Um, Now talking about the offensive strategy for the Birds next year, um, I feel like that they need to lean on the running game a little bit more now that they have Saquon Barkley. I mean, Saquon Barkley is one of the better running backs of the in the NFL. I'm glad that we got him, but Kevin Patula, I feel like wasn't using him enough for his value.
Now you have to use Saquon. End of story. End of discussion.
Yeah,
But also, if you want to trick the defense because you don't want to be such one-dimensional,
uh,
Eagles need to use their tight ends and play action passes and they need to maybe use some trickery. I feel like there really wasn't a lot of fooling of the defense last year.
yeah. No, I feel like the defense was. I feel like they were okay, but I feel like that they weren't at their best. Um, but since 2024 they won the championship, right?
Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, they were at their like prime. Then they were unstoppable, and they blew the absolute heck out of the Chiefs. Like it wasn't even close for especially for a Super Bowl.
That was when the teams didn't know how to stop the push push.
No, that was their the tush push back then was that was amazing.
Now the Eagles will have to use some other goal line offense than the tush push.
Yeah, I mean they can still incorporate the tush push in there. I just wouldn't say do it every single play. Like that's what they're known for pretty much. I mean
Yeah, I mean
don't don't use it
that
every play.
you have to in- incorporate some trickery.
Yeah.
You're gonna line up. Here's the concept: you line up in a tush push formation, but on like a signal, you don't go for a you audible out, and you create confusion to the defense. Then you snap it quick, or you get a timeout, and the rest is going to be history. So
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree they definitely should use some more definitely more tactics to kind of work. I mean they definitely need to mix up the signings a little bit.
yeah, they do. I mean, if they if they do good this year with the tush push, without the tush push, that's expected.
Yeah,
But
that's that's like one of their better plays, and that's what every team expects them to use, especially when they're like 1 yard away from a touchdown.
yeah,
So that's what they just have to be careful for. But otherwise, I think that they'll do pretty good.
mm-hmm.
So with their toughest games, I definitely have San Fran at number 1, Los Angeles at number 2. Since you said they're pretty good in the NFC top contenders. Number 3 is Houston because they have developed into a AFC powerhouse. They definitely developed in the past 4 years with a few years with a talented young roster. Number 4 being at the Washington Commanders with a divisional road game never being easy, pretty much. And number 5 being at and at home against the Dallas Cowboys, since they are definitely huge rivals, one of the biggest in the NFL history.
Well, you want to talk about the Cowboys rivalry. Let's talk about the Giants rivalry. I mean, the Giants, I think, are going to be the surprise of the year.
Oh, really?
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs because the NFC is just a little too stacked. But
you feel like they could rebuild in time.
I feel like the Giants in the next 2 years are going to be on top of the NFC, if not in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's just they haven't been doing well. Talk about the Jets. I'm a little bit worried about them too.
But the Jets, I'll have them if they go 5-12. I guess out of Jets fans' eyes, it'll be a success.
It'll be a success. Yeah, 5-12. That would be that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good for
You have
them.
Geno Smith as your quarterback, which you could have traded up or signed a quarterback out of free agency, other than someone almost older than my grandpa. But
Yeah. But overall, how do you think the Eagles are gonna do? Pretty good or pretty bad?
12-5.
12-5. Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. I feel like that they could do right around there.
The only thing that has me concerned is that the Eagles really lost a few pieces, and their new pieces are unimproved or inexperienced. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. So it was good having you on, Maddie. Thank you for coming on.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Yes, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you for the guests coming on for the guest segment today. So now let's move on to the Phillies and the Eagles, which the Phillies have not been doing good so far. They easily lost the series against the Marlins snapping the 12-game losing streak against the Philadelphia Phillies, walking them off, which is definitely very embarrassing. Some struggles with that, and they need to figure this out with Don Mattingly, because since they are now 57-51, sitting at just 6 games above 500 when they were sitting above 10 games above 500 before heading into the All-Star break. What needs to happen is that the bullpen needs to fix itself up. Duran can't just hold the game Duran just can't hold the game down by himself. That is not going to really do itself well. The bullpen is also they're just knowledgeably just throwing terrible balls, terrible strikes to the batters, and they're just another thing is that their bats heat up later in the game. Why? Because our pitchers suck. Wheeler's just not pitching in good enough game later in the game. And then you have a few relievers, which that's when it's over. So either way, if you have Nola on the mound, now we're heading into the game against Nola. It's not great. It's not great. Can he please hold down a game for once? No, he can't, because he's terrible. He just throws meatballs right down the plate easily where players can hit them. I don't understand. And another thing is when it's the bullpen just corresponds with the bats. When the bullpen sucks, the bats suck. The bats are we just don't score enough runs. We can score 1 or 2 runs, but that's just not enough to get us past, let's see, a team that's going to score 7 runs against us. That's just not acceptable. You're not the other team's bats. You know how the Philadelphia Phillies are. so you can come in, just beat their butts off, and then just like leave them ravaged. Like it's just not great for us, especially for Don Mattingly, who definitely has command over the team right now. So that's not really a good look. So we kind of have to keep going on that. But we just don't score enough runs. The late game bullpen struggles is just the 8-7 loss where they got walked off just definitely eclipses of how bad the bullpen is just late game when we're dependent on them. So yeah, I mean, let's see. It's terrible. Like, it's just doesn't make any sense. Like, our bullpen just sucks. So yeah, but the Marlins pitching, the reason that they have been really good is their pitching has been excellent. Sandy Alcantara, he's been very good. He's turned back the clock with 7 scoreless innings, which is like we can't get past us, especially with our cold bats. Our cold bats and people just being cold, it's not gonna work out. What do we not understand? Like, we gotta work stuff out. And I mean, the Miami's bullpen has also been pitching lights out against our cold bats, which has been, yeah, I mean, but our bats it's just been pop bats, screamers in the outfield, which the Marlins people have been able to catch. Like, it just hasn't been great. And that's been our struggle. And that's what we got to kind of fix here. So, and we just fail to capitalize on momentum. Like, the momentum on our team just sucks whenever it comes to when we need clutch moments to clinch the game. That's just not going to work. So, I mean, we just got the big takeaway here is that, I mean, we just need to win we just need the bats to get warmer. We need to be coached more. We need to be overall, we just need to be better as a team. So, I mean, that's really all I got for the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, their first preseason game is in 17 days. Let's go, Birds. I'm so excited for it. And another good thing that they did is they extended Jalen Carter through 2031 with $152 million guaranteed. That's amazing. That's amazing. So I'm very excited. That's good for the Eagles because they lock up a franchise cornerstone. He is one of the Jalen Carter is definitely one of the NFL's most disruptive interior defensive linemen, so he is doing very well. He's very well doing that. But it also maintains the Eagles' defensive integrity and identity. So they are definitely a very defensive heavy team. So they are definitely going to keep adding on to that with Jalen Carter. But it also provides a salary cap certainty. So by extending Carter before his contract expires, the Eagles can spread out bonus money over multiple seasons and avoid paying even more if the defensive tackle market continues to rise. So I mean, that's what I got there. Yeah. So, and it also eliminates the contract distractions. So that's very good for us. But also projecting the Eagles season. I'm very excited to see how they are going to play. So now let's take a look at the Eagles' offensive strategy this year because since Kevin Patullo got fired, I haven't talked about that in a bit. So they definitely need to lean on the running game. That's definitely a big tip because we got Saquon Barkley with an elite quarterback, Jalen Hurts. The offense should continue to revolve around the strong rushing attack behind one of the NFL's best offensive lines. So I definitely want to see more of the rushing game. Another thing is more play action passes, which is definitely that definitely needs to happen. So I'm very excited to see how Sean Mannion does that. They definitely need to move the pockets, and bootlegs and rollouts must take advantage of Hurts' mobility, giving him simpler reads while also creating opportunities to run if the defense overcommits. So we just gotta keep an eye out for that also. We just need to so that's what we got, especially with Mekhi Lemon and Devonta Smith. We have a pretty good wide receiver and tight end. We have a pretty good lineup this year, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. We just need to keep the RPOs and the quarterback run game. So Jalen Hurts, I think, is also a pretty good running guy in my opinion. He's very talented on the passing and running side. So yeah, I mean that's really all I got for you guys today. And let's rank the Eagles' 2026 toughest games. So the one of our hardest games is going to be at the San Francisco 49ers with the 49ers being a very tough road environments in football. Eagles got to be number one there. But our easiest game is against the Carolina Panthers, which they are still rebuilding, and the Eagles definitely should have the advantage in talent by very far. Number two for the hardest games is the LA Rams, and they are definitely one of the NFC's still top NFC contenders. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see them play. But yeah, I'm very looking forward. And our easiest game is number 2 against the Tennessee Titans away. Tennessee is improving, but they are still lacking the depth against the Eagles. So they just need to get better on the depth, get better on the offense, and get better on the defense. But yeah, that's really about it. That's what I had to rank the few hardest and easiest games. So that is about it for JLash Show Season 2, Episode 45. Remember to follow my social media platforms and sign up to be a guest on the website, thejlashtshow.com. Follow my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Buzzsprout. I'm on Buzzsprout now. So yeah, that is about it. And remember to check out the merch store. Buy some merch. Buy some JLash Show swag. I got some right here. Very good quality, as you can tell. I'm very happy about that. So remember to go get your merch now. Have a good day, JLash Show Nation.